never be broke again. We're going to have to try to break these curses and try to detach ourselves from some of this stuff that's holding us back and weighing us down. We trying to get to another level in life, go to the next level. That means you have to unlearn a lot of the things you done learned and reprogram your mind with something different. Because if you've been to this point and it's been going this way, it's time to do something different so you can make it go to another level. So we don't never want to be broke again. The first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to detach from people that's holding you down. You have to learn that in order to grow, some things must get cut. When you want to grow your hair, what you got to do? You got to trim these ends. Every time you detach from something that's holding you back, it may not look good, but it's for the best. So sometimes it could be people that's attached to you that's weighing you down and holding you back from getting to your next level. And you could be attached to negative spirits, negative, well, let's say negativity or demons that's holding you back and keeping you bound. So what you want to do is you got to detach from some things that's holding you back, or you ain't gonna never get to the next level, or you're gonna continue being in that same state over and over because of the connection. You know how when people get in trouble, somebody else can get in trouble. They say guilty by association. You could be guilty by association. You could be associating with the wrong types of people that's gonna keep you in a negative space. That's gonna keep you broke, busted, and disgusted. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to disassociate with these negative mindsets of people. It don't have to be forever. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just has to be for a season till you get strong enough, until you get in place to where you need to be. By the time you get to that place, you ain't gonna want to revisit that stuff. But it's good to disconnect because you got to trim those ends. You got to, you know how if you read the Bible, you know Jesus cursed the fig tree because it wasn't producing no fruit, no figs. Some things aren't productive in your world. You still connected to things that's not productive. You can't never be as productive as you want to if you continuing to be surrounded by people that's not productive. So you got to disconnect from that. You know what I mean? Jesus wouldn't have cursed the fig tree if it wasn't producing no figs. If it wasn't, we wasn't supposed to do the same thing in our whole situation. In our whole situation, everything we do should be being productive so that we can be moving and elevating to the next level. The second thing, number two, speak more positivity into your life. You know, people feel like they can always speak when they broke. They can always speak when gas too high, when this too high, the electric bill too high, everything too high, everything so bad. I can't do this. This is bad. You speaking all this negative. How come you can't speak? I'll never be broke again. I have more than enough. I am more than a conqueror. Speak positivity over your life. Stop. Okay, it sounds cringeworthy when you speaking, I have more than enough. Sounds cringeworthy. But you can speak all this negativity. Start speaking positive over your life. Your words have power. So guess what? You can speak positive things over your life. I have more than enough. Stop speaking all this lack. I ain't got it, this and that, all this negativity. Start speaking positive. I have more than enough. Say it out loud. Say it out loud so your subconscious can get a hold of it and you can start operating in that manner. Speak these things. In the Bible, it says, speak those things as if they are not as though they were. Speak this stuff out loud. Don't just be ashamed of what you're going through in life. If you believe this stuff like you say you believe it, you will be doing the things that you're supposed to do to get to the level that you want to get to. People believe all day long. People die believing. You have to have faith without works is dead. You can believe this stuff, but if you're not doing the action steps that it takes, you're going to still be broke. I have more than enough. I am more than a conqueror. I am the head, not the tail. You know what I mean? So speak this stuff out loud. Don't worry about who looking. Don't worry about who listening. As long as you listening to yourself so your subconscious mind can get the whole of it, then guess what? When you start listening to yourself, you start speaking this stuff out loud, everybody else think you crazy, you going to the next level. Don't worry about what everybody else think. Those people that think you crazy, they not moving at all. It don't matter what they think. So I have more than enough. I have more than enough. I have more than enough. Now you guess what? Now your bank account filling up. I have more than enough. Next thing you know, your PayPal account filled up. I have more than enough. Now you got money over in your Cash App. I have more than enough. Now you got money in your Stripe account. I have more than enough. Now you got money over here, over there, over there. I have more than enough. Now you ain't got to worry about how much eggs cost. Now you ain't got to worry about how high gas is. Because guess what? I have more than enough. I'm not living in lack. So speak these things out loud to yourself. Stop worried about what people think, how it look crazy doing this. Don't worry about that. Do what it takes to get to your next level. These people that's looking at you, they need to be focused on what they need to do to get to their next level. Whoever looking at you, they ain't focused on the prize. They ain't saying I have more than enough. That's why they ain't got nothing. Start saying that stuff. The third thing you need to do so you can never be broke again, bring more value to the marketplace. A statement that says our bank accounts are directly related to the amount of value that we bring to the marketplace. If you broke, it's because you ain't bringing enough value to the marketplace. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out, how can I bring value to the marketplace? What can I do? What kind of skill set can I pick up so that I can bring value to the marketplace? Somebody called me just the other day and needed me to help him do something. I've done work for him before. He needed me to do something else. Guess what? He needs my help. I bring value to the marketplace. Somebody needs you to do some services that they can't do for themselves. They might need you to do some graphics. They may need you to learn a skill set so that you can bring value to the marketplace and you'll never be broke again. Bring value to the marketplace. So that's another reason. That's another way that we can stop being broke, never be broke again. Bring more value to the marketplace. People are contacting me from, I do the Amazon influencer. People are contacting me, sending me screenshots of my videos that they watch, that they love, and saying, hey, would you like to collab with us? Because I like this video you did. I seen your videos. I've been watching you for a while. I like this. Could we work together? I bring value to the marketplace. I'm not just doing the bare minimum to make a buck. I'm bringing value to the marketplace so that it's not only just getting me a buck, but guess what? Other people are seeing the value that I bring, and they saying, can you work with me? Hey, would you like to do a collab with me? And I'm going to show you when I get it. When I get some more stuff, I'm going to show it to you. So every time I get some stuff, I count it as this $30, this $40, this $20, this $50, this $100, this $50, this $20, because I'm bringing value to the marketplace. I'm not just posting up anything just to create a quick buck. Because when you bring value to the marketplace, more stuff comes your way. Because I have more than enough. I have more than enough. I have more than enough. Start saying that stuff. So then you're going to bring more value to the marketplace. That means you have to start learning stuff. You might have to learn a skill set. You might have to sit down and take a course. You might have to sit down and take you a master class. You might have to get on this YouTube university and learn you something that can let you be able to do something that somebody else can't do, so that you can start bringing value to the people who can't do what you done learned. That's how you make sure you got money in your accounts, because you bringing value to the marketplace. If he don't know graphics and I know graphics, I'm gonna do graphics for him. I'm gonna charge him an amount of money. He gonna agree to it, because guess what? He needs the work done. He don't feel like learning it. I done already learned it. So they're gonna pay me to do a service that they don't know how to do or don't want to do. Everybody, just because they listen, this broke mindset will tell you, broke mindset say, oh, you can do that yourself. You can do this yourself. Everybody don't live like that. Everybody don't want to do everything themselves, especially when they got money. It's only the broke mindsets that's always hollering about doing everything yourself. When you start really operating the way you're supposed to operate, people use their money to save themselves time. Don't nobody want to do everything themselves when they got the money. Just do it for me. Let me get going. I don't want to do all this stuff myself. So when you learn a skill set and you charge, no matter your price, whatever you charge, guess what? You're going to be able to find people that need what you got, because they don't live in that lack mindset. I can do this myself. Oh, I can do. And you spend 20 years trying to learn the stuff and don't know what to look for, because guess what? You don't even know what to research. People trying to research everything themselves, but don't know the beginning basics of what to search for on the internet. That's why they not making no money. People are stuck at not even $1,000 a month, because guess what? You don't know what to research. Nobody's taking you step by step when you're trying to do everything for free. When you're trying to do everything for free, you're getting bits and pieces of information, but you're not getting it in order. You're not getting it structured. You're not getting step 1, step 2, step 3. So that's why people remain broke, because they don't want to invest in themselves. So you want to learn a skill set. Take the time out. If you got time, take your time. If you got money, invest in a course. Find yourself something that you can learn how to do. People need interior decorators because everybody can't decorate their own house. People need party planners because everybody can't wedding plan and event plan. People need people to paint their houses. People need people to do everything because everybody can't do everything. Find what you're good at, learn how to perfect it, get good at that, and then start charging people to do. Bring more value into the marketplace. Start charging people for your services or your whatever you offer. We on that because your bank account is directly related to the value that you bring to the marketplace. So bring some value to the marketplace some way, somehow, some type of way, whatever you got to do. Start figuring out what can I bring to the value. Look, if you know people have birthday parties. If you know how to bake cakes, you could be baking cakes and saying, "Hey, I bake special cakes for events, baby showers, birthday party. I don't bake a cake, so guess what I do? I got to hire somebody to bake a cake when I need a cake for an event. I got to hire somebody because I'm not going to sit around and bake no cake. It's always somebody that's willing to pay for something. I'm not going to say I can make this cake myself. I don't care if I can make a cake myself. I don't want to sit around and bake no cake when I can get a professional to bake the cake. So I'm going to call the person that make the best cakes and say, "Hey, so and so." That's the reason why people understand that. They learn their skill set, they perfect it, they bring the value to the marketplace. Whatever their marketplace is, they make money. That's how you make money. You figure out what you're good at and you get better at it. Okay. Again, here we go with number 4. Connect with people who are doing just as good or better than you. This is where your community comes into play. When you start trying to go to the next level, you want to get from being like the broke mindset. It's a mindset. It's not the money, it's the mindset that helps you make the money or keep you stuck. When you connect with people that's doing better than you or just as good as you, that's not the same mentality as the people that's on this bottom of the barrel level. You could be trying to help people. The same people you're trying to help can be talking about you behind your back, spreading gossip about you, spreading lies about you, saying these type of things about you because their mindset is at the bottom of the barrel. When you connect with people, you got to figure out where their mindset is before you connect with them. That's why communities play a big role in who you connected to. People don't want to be connected to that mess. If you look at anybody, well, if you helped anybody, most of the time when people disconnect and people start that negative stuff, it's their mindset. Go back to their steps. Go to their website a year later. Go to their YouTube channel a year later. Go to their whatever they got. Go to it a year later and see where they at. They in the same spot. They in the same spot because they got the same mentality. Because they wasn't connected with people that, or they was, but they brought that negative mindset with them. They brought that, you know how they say you could take a person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a person, or however they say you could take the person out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of a person. It's the mentality that people have that keeps them stuck in a rut. You could be trying to help people, those same people turn against you, but in a year, go look back at those people and where they are. In a year, go back and look at what they done accomplished. Nothing, because they've been doing the same thing because they got the same mindset. They never renewed their mind. They never tried to elevate because they so busy being happy, being stagnant. So you got to make sure that your community is right. You got to make sure that your community, whoever you surround yourself with, is not jealous, not envious, not competing with you, and all this type happy for you when you say you winning, not finna talking about you behind your back just because something go wrong. None of that. You got to make sure your community is right. Then you can build relationships with those people. They're gonna be all new people from the people you had. Build relationships with people and build your community with people like that. That's doing just as good or better. If you don't build your community with people that's like-minded, you're going to always be in the middle of mess. When you're in the middle of mess, because see, people that's not doing nothing, you got to really watch this. Be careful. People that ain't doing nothing, they get caught up into drama. They get caught up into mess. They negativity and mess, that's what's holding them back. So you got to make sure that when you start surrounding yourself with people who accustomed to doing things in life, they don't have time for mess. They don't have time for nonsense. They don't have time for jealousy. They don't have time for it. And your community got to be airtight because you're not trying to stay stuck. You're trying to go to the next level. And in order to never be broke again and to get them spirits away from you, you got to make sure your community is airtight. So that's another one. Oh yeah. Now remove yourself from the. I was just talking about that with the community, but now remove yourself from all gossip and negative talk. Okay, what I mean by this is, it's people on YouTube or anywhere else, all over the internet, but mainly YouTube. They can only make content. You can't make positive content and win. You have to start a gossip channel and win. That's the only way you think you're not winning unless you're talking down on somebody else. You're not winning. You're not making $1 unless you putting somebody's name that's bigger than yours in your mouth and you talking down on them so you can get a view. Is that bringing value to the marketplace? No. And that's the way your mind thinks that you can make a quick buck. You'll never. And then when you talk about your own stuff, when you ain't getting no views. But don't sell your soul out. Stay away from the negative talk. You can make money by being positive. You can make money by uplifting somebody. You don't have to talk down on somebody or just because their name is bigger than yours. You don't have to go out like that. You ain't got to sell your soul like that. It's too much money out there. You just have to learn how to make it the right way. So when you see people that operate like that, stay clear of them people because they don't know no other way. They're not trying to get no better in life. They're not trying to educate themselves or learn how do I speak positive and make some money. I mean, I already know everybody speak negative. People do celebrity gossip. People do this to make money. But guess what? Do I have to do it just because other people are doing it? Is this the only way I can make money? I got stuff coming right now. I'm gonna talk good about it and make some money. You don't have to. This is like selling your soul, really. You don't have to do that. You can do positive things and be just as good or even better. So you want to, and it's a mindset. If it's a mindset, change your mindset. It's too easy to change your mindset. It's too easy. It's gonna start getting loud. I'm gonna have to go in. It's too easy to learn how to talking good. We do reviews, right? Reviews is all about talking good about something. People can't do it. Everybody can't do that because everybody ain't good with talking good about something. People so used to leaving negative reviews, negative everything, that people don't even know how to talk good about something. You got to learn. If you was positive on the inside, it would be easier to talk good about something. But you got this negative part on the inside. You got to let that stuff go, let it stuff out. Pray that stuff away. Do whatever you fall on your face. Do whatever you need to do so you can get rid of that stuff. So you can learn how to start talking good about something so that you can start making more money. It don't have to be negative to make money. You might not. Views don't mean money. Views don't mean. I mean, it may mean money, but it may not mean as much as you think it mean when it comes to money. People get a lot of views. That don't mean they make a lot of money. It's niches. They call niches for a reason. It's niches out here. You can get a low amount of views, but a high amount of money. Over here, you might be doing certain things like the prank channels and the gossip channels. They might get a lot of views. They make less money. So it still adds up, but it don't never add up to be over here the same. It don't never add up to be the same. Over here, these people make probably lower views because they talking about something that makes sense. Nobody's wanting to listen to something that makes sense. So it's going to always be lower views. But the amount of money, when it comes to YouTube, let's say for YouTube, you got CPM, you got RPM and CPM. CPM is cost per milli. That's cost per 1,000 views. That's how much the advertisers pay to get in front of your audience. So they may pay $10 per 1,000 views. They may pay $20 per 1,000 views, or maybe $50 per 1,000 views. Over here, prank channels, comedy channels, gossip channels. Over here, they may pay $2 per 1,000 views, $3 per 1,000 views. So yeah, you went viral, but how much did you make? So you went viral for talking negative about somebody else. You got a couple thousand views, 10,000 views at the max, but how much did you really make? You didn't make what this person over here was doing, and they was legit, and they kept their integrity. They kept their integrity, and they still made more than you. You sold your soul. You got a lot of views, you didn't make no money out of it, and then you still looking a mess because when you talk about something else that actually matters, nobody's listening to you because nothing you say really matters. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that kind of stuff. Don't fall for these people. Views don't equal money. You can make more money with a solid foundation of people that you can, that you can help get to the next level than you can just off doing a bunch of nonsense for views. People get this stuff mixed up. They so busy looking at the social media world and they thinking views equate to money. You'll learn quickly when you start making the money that views don't always equate to money. It's the quality of the viewer. The quality of the viewer, who you talking to, what you talking about. When you create your channels or when you do your channel, let me make sure ain't nothing crawling on me. When you're doing your stuff, you make sure you pick a niche. You don't have to pick a niche if you don't want to, but if you did, you want to pick a niche that gives out quality situations. You know what I mean? You may be entertaining, you may have beauty, you might have fashion, you might have this, but you got to make sure that you're doing stuff because guess what? When you want to get collabs, you want to get advertisers, when you want to get people that's wanting to pay to get in front of your audience, which type of audience are you entertaining? And do these advertisers want to get in front of that type of audience? These advertisers is getting ready to put money in your hands. Do you think they want to be in front of a channel that's all they talking about is, you got to think about that type of stuff and you got to think about which direction you want your channel to go in so that you can figure out how you're going to make your money from your channel. Am I going to do, if I'm working with sponsors and advertisers, do these advertisers want to get in front of this type of mentality? Or do these advertisers want to get in front of this type of opportunity, this type of audience? Do my advertisers want to get in front of these people? Or would my audience be better in front of these people? That's how you're going to get paid. So you might not get paid just because of the type of content you're putting out. You got to figure out what type of content you're putting out. That's the reason why most people, because they don't know what to do. People don't make no money because they don't know what to do. They so busy, they listen to a million people. You can look on YouTube and this one YouTube channel may be following 1,000 channels. Why are you following 1,000 channels? It don't even make sense. You are subscribed to too many people. You listening to too many people. You got too many people in your ear. Listen to the people that's in the place that you want to go. Once you listen to those people, figure 2, 3, 5, you know what I mean? 5 max. You don't need to be listening to 20, 30, 40 people because guess what? When you start, it's like you trying to go to church and you trying to listen to every preacher in the whole wide world. Every preacher's preaching something different. This preacher over here talking about apostolic. This person over here talking about Pentecostal. This person over here talking about Seventh-day Adventist. These people over here talking about being Baptist. These people talking about being non-denominational. You trying to listen to every last one of them. You're going to get confused. So you got to narrow down who in the world you listening to. That's why people ain't getting nowhere. It's not that the money ain't out there. It ain't that the money is not out there. The money is out there. You don't know what to do. You got to settle down, stay focused, listen to a couple of people. You can't listen to one person for every single solitary thing, but you can listen to a couple of people. You don't need to be listening to 1,000. So you don't need to be subscribed to 1,000 channels at all. It don't make no sense. Narrow that stuff down and listen to who you're going to listen to. I had to go through, I was only following, I had about maybe 100 people that I was following. I had to actually go back and delete 20 or 30 of those people. I'm like, why am I following this person? Why am I even following? I don't even know why I was subscribed to these channels. It's like 20 or 30 channels that I was subscribed to that I didn't even know why I was subscribed to. Like, what in the world? I may have listened to this person for one thing and probably subscribe just because I was going to go back or something. You don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. Figure out why you have to always go back to your why. Why am I doing this? And then when you figure out it don't make no sense, cut that mess off. It's too much mess going on. Cut that mess off. So I had to unsubscribe from like 20, 30 channels just yesterday because I'm like, why am I? Because I was listening. I mean, I wasn't listening to them because I hadn't even been on their channel, but just to be subscribed to them, what are you subscribed to them for if you're not going to listen to them? It just, a lot of stuff don't make sense. You subscribe to all these channels, but you don't go and visit the channels anyway. What is the purpose? It ain't even, everything you do needs to have a purpose. When you start operating and moving to another level, you want to operate on purpose, with purpose. You know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose of this? If it ain't no purpose, what are you doing? So you subscribe to 1,000 channels and you don't even watch the 1,000 channels. You're not supporting them. So you ain't supporting them by being a subscriber. You only supporting when you watch, communicate, engage, share, and take action. That's the only way you supporting. So you're not even supporting just by being a subscriber. So you're just wasting a bunch of just being a not producing no fig tree. You don't want to do that. So sometimes you got to go back in and revamp and re-coordinate and re-get things back structured. It ain't nothing wrong with getting off track and getting back on track. The problem comes when you get off track and you never decide to make a U-turn and you never decide to get back on track. That's when the problem arises. People all out here at the pool and everything. There wasn't nobody out here when I came out here. With people at the pool and everything, I could just feel people just being nosy. But anyway, so this is the kind of things we gonna say out loud. I have more than enough. I have more than enough. I have more than enough. Learn how to say it to yourself. I have more than enough. Stop talking about how gas is so high. Stop talking about the eggs prices. And stop talking about this and that. You ain't got this. And stop talking that stuff. Stop talking that and start saying, I have more than enough. I have more than. Start saying that type of stuff to yourself out loud. I don't care who hear you. I don't care who hear me. You might care who hear you. I don't care who hear me. Because guess what? They ain't got nothing to do with the money that's coming through my PayPal, the money that's coming through my Stripe, the money that's coming through my Cash App, the money that's coming all over the place, the collab that's coming through my email. They ain't got nothing to do with that. Because I'm saying I have more than enough. I have more than enough. I got more than enough. So when I'm saying that, I'm also not just saying that. I'm bringing more value to the marketplace. I'm showing up. I'm being consistent. I'm rinsing and repeating. I'm investing. Oh, it's a lot of things I ain't talking about on this live because I can't talk about everything. I'm doing more than that, but I'm investing. I'm reinvesting. I'm rinsing and repeating. I'm doing a lot of things, but it's because I'm saying I have more than enough. I have more than enough. If you want more than enough, you got to do some things that's going to get you more than enough. Saying it ain't enough. You can say it, but when you say it, you're gonna start listening to yourself. Faith come by hearing. You know what I mean? We already know that faith come by hearing. So you're gonna hear this thing. Your mind gonna start opening up and saying, "What else can I do? What can I invest in? What kind of move can I make?" And then to top it all off, you might write the vision and make it plain. See, I'm gonna always create some kind of planner. Oh, let me see. This right here. This is my elevation success planner. It says 90-day roadmap to your next level. See what I'm saying? Elevation success planner. It's an elevation. It's a mindset. It takes 21 days to create a habit. It takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. If you can do something consistently for 90 days, you're creating yourself a lifestyle. So this planner is for elevation because you're going to create yourself a different lifestyle. You got to learn how to write things down. I got it in my head. My mind changes 15 times a day. Well, probably way more than that, probably 15 times a minute. But you know what I'm saying? Our mind changes so much. If you don't write that stuff down, write the vision and make it plain, you don't start being specific on what you do. My goal for tomorrow is, my goal for the day is, what I need to do today, things to do. If you don't start writing that stuff down, you're going to always be off track and never be able to get to the next level. So those are the things I wanted to discuss today. I didn't want to spend too much time, but I did want to say that because I see a lot of people, they can't get past $1,000 a month on the internet. The internet, this is the internet. So when you can't get past a certain thing, that means we have to switch some things up. We got to do some things different to make us get past that certain thing. Because if you can make $1, you can make $1,000. If you can make $1, you can make $5,000. If you can make $1, you just have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to structure it. And then you got to learn how to pivot. You got to learn how to pivot. Everything ain't gonna last forever. Like when we was making all this money with Facebook Reels shut us down. They said, hey, we ain't doing this no more. So guess what? We had to learn something else. Then we had to flip over. We was doing Instagram. Instagram said we ain't doing this no more. So guess what? We had to learn something else. Now we over here on Amazon. When they say, guess what they gonna say soon? We ain't doing this no more. What does that mean? You have to learn a skill set that's going to allow you to go to the next situation and still be able to make money. You may be making money with this situation, but if you learn the skill set, it don't matter the situation. You can make money with all of them. You just need to learn. You might have to learn a little bit something about that program. But if you learn marketing in general, it don't matter. When we was in Facebook, people was making money with Facebook because they knew marketing. They knew how to make the reels. They had to learn how to make the reels, but guess what? They knew something to make them make money with Facebook reels. Then they jumped over to Instagram. They knew something to make them make money with Instagram. It's just, and then now we over here with the Amazon. We got to know a little something, but then guess what? We got to learn from Amazon, they rules, they regulation, what they want us to do, how they want us to do it. And then we just jump on board with that. Soon as they go away, it's going to be something else come up. They came up with Instagram threads. We got to learn that. It's always going to be a continuous learning experience. But as long as you know how to get on any platform and bring value to your marketplace, you're going to always make a dollar. You're going to always, you shouldn't be stuck. You could, the only reason you stuck, because guess what? Either you're not listening to the right people or you listening to too many people. You ain't doing nothing after you listen to the people. You listening, but you ain't doing nothing. You got to execute. You just listening. You just listen every day, listening. No, you got to, when I'm listening, let me tell you how I do things. I'm listening to my mentors. When I listen, I'm watching a video just like this. They say something, sometimes we'll do, like when we do our video, sometimes we'll do step by step, step 1, step 2, step 3. And if it's a step, I say, hold on, let me do that real quick. I pause the video and I go and do what the action step was. And then I come back and finish the video. I don't watch a whole video all the way through and then be on to something else. And next thing you know, I'm watching Sisters. No, it don't work like that. I watch the video. If he say something or she say something that I didn't do, I stop. Hey, let me do this real quick. And I do this real quick. Then I come back and finish the rest. If that's the video I'm watching, I'm going to continue the video, but I'm going to do this real quick. That's why people don't get, they try to watch everything. They try to do, not a live. I ain't talking about a live. I'm talking about like a video. Now on lives, I might just be taking notes or something like that. But when it comes down to a video, I'm going to pause that bad boy and do the steps. People just watching. They all over the place. Just doing a bunch of stuff. They don't have no kind of structure. That's the reason why it's good to write the vision and make it plain. That's the reason why it's good to kind of learn from 1 or 2 people and take steps in that order so you can see your results. You want another thing. You want to have a lot of information, or do you want to have a lot of results? People got all the information in the world. Sometimes you talk to people. It's, oh, I already know that. Oh, I already know that. Oh, what have you done? Oh, I ain't done it yet. You don't know. But what good is it for you to know this and know that if you ain't done nothing? People always talking about what they already know. Well, it's that easy. Why you just won't do it? If you already know it, just put it into action, and maybe you could see more than $1,000 a month. You can see it if you just do it. People are, oh, I already know that. Every time you tell them something, it's I already know it. If you already know it, time to do it. So sometimes when people in investing, when you work with me, when people work with me and they actually work with me, I make them work, because guess what? I know how you get results. You get results by working. You don't get results by listening to me. You don't get results by just absorbing what I'm telling you, because you get results. But that's why every time I talk to somebody, I get on the phone with somebody, I get off the phone with somebody. Now, what are you going to do next? Now, what are you going to do now? Because guess what? That's how you get results. You don't get results by just listening to me. You get results by executing what we done talked about. And when people work with me, I stay on them. I get on their nerves. They get on mine. But I'm trying to get you results. Your people out here that's selling you a book for $47, they don't care if you get results or not. They don't care if you get results, because you ain't paying them for $47. Just read the book and do whatever you do. Because I just put the book out. I don't, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of people, they spending all this money. They going to all these master classes. They spending all this money. They getting all these ebooks. They doing all this stuff. They not getting no results. Because guess what? These people that's selling you this $100 thing or $50 thing or whatever, they don't care if you get results. You think they're going to sit on the telephone with you after they done sold you something? You done already got what you paid for. You didn't get no consultation. You didn't get no all this extra stuff for this $47. You got the ebook. That's all you're going to get. Figure it out. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is the difference when you investing in yourself. This is the difference. Mindset got to shift. If you can't afford to invest in yourself, you got to afford the time that it takes for you to learn it. 10, 15 years, you got to go on and invest that. Go on and invest that 10, 15 years if you ain't got the $500 to $1,000 or whatever you need to get the right thing. Because you can invest 47, 27, 27, 37 all day long. you're gonna still be stuck at under $1,000 a month. Because guess what? The books, they good for people who actually do stuff. The books are good for people who actually do whatever is in the book. Well, I don't know what the books say because I don't have those books. I got planners. I got planners because planners help you organize. Planners help you see what you're doing if you actually do it. Planners actually help you. You got people that buy planners and still don't even open them up. It's about what do you want out of what do you really want out of life? How bad do you really want whatever it is you want out of life? What do you want? How do you want it? How bad do you really want it? So to never be broke again, it's some things that we have to do in order to never be broke again. Some people, I don't know what you believe, but I believe in prayer. You got to fall on your face. If you don't fall on your face, if you don't open those doors up, you don't cast those things out, you don't get rid of the stuff that's been attached to you all your life, you don't know, if you ain't never prayed it off for you, where is it going to go? You might have to pray some stuff up off of you. Get this mess up off of me. But that's what I believe. I don't care what nobody else believes. I'm talking about what I believe. You might have to fall on your face. You might have to pray behind the scenes. You got to pray over your business. You got to pray over everything you do, and you about to lay hands on your own self. You got to do things for yourself. So these are things that nobody's really discussing because everybody's so scared to mention the Lord on the internet. Everybody's so scared because don't nobody know what nobody believes, but I can't be afraid to say what I believe on my own channel. So this is what I believe. Whatever somebody else believes, they can go somewhere else with that. But right here, I got to fall on my face. I got to talk about the good Lord sometimes. I got to be able to, this ain't no Bible study every day, but every now and then I might have to have a Bible study because that's what I do at the house. I don't run to church buildings. I don't hang out at the church or nothing like that. But guess what? I got to do my stuff here. So these are things that break you out of those generational curses. You've been struggling for this long. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you need to fall on your face. Maybe you need to bring some more value to the marketplace. There's some things that need to be done. Not just all over YouTube, all over doing gossip channels and all that mess. No, it's some things that need to be done. Work on yourself. Work on the inside of you, inside to out. Not exercising, but not working on the inside. Anybody can look good on the outside. What's going on the inside? Whatever's going on what's inside of you comes out. So whatever's coming out of you, that's because it was inside of you. All that gossip and stuff that these people doing on the internet, they bringing other people down to feel like they doing something. I'm looking at it every day. It's like big time people on the internet, they might got some good going for themselves. These losers, they come up by putting their name in their title. So they put their name in their title and they talk down on them. What's inside of you come out. That's all you got. That's all you got to offer the world is to talk down on somebody else. That's the way you get your views. I don't never want to resonate with no mess like that. I never want to condone it. If you got a channel like that, I won't teach you. I can't consult with you. I can't do none of that because your principles ain't even lined up. I turn money down all the time. Because all money ain't good money. And I don't want to be associated or connected with no negativity like that. You ain't even moving. And you still ain't moving forward because of the type of stuff that you're putting out. So the seeds you plant are of your own. I don't know why I'm still going, but I'm almost through. So the seeds you plant are of your own. You plant positive seeds gonna come back. That's what's gonna grow in your harvest. You plant negative seeds about other people, what you think gonna come back in your harvest? So you run around here doing all this negative stuff, and your YouTube channel ain't even monetized. You run around here doing all this negative stuff, and you can't even make more than $100 a month, $500 a month. The seeds you plant are of your own. Start doing positive. Watch how your stuff grow. I can go ahead and count the over $100 just for gifts that they done sent me to do reviews over. Because guess what? The seeds you plant are of your own. I'm planting good seeds. I was doing review videos before they started sending me stuff. I was talking good about stuff and good about other people before they started sending me stuff. The seeds you plant are of your own. I was talking good about people before people started contacting me wanting collabs. Because the seeds you plant are of your own. You plant these seeds, what you think is going to grow? Emails, collabs, money in your bank account, Stripe account, PayPal account, CASHAPP account. That's what's going to grow. Digistore, you know what I mean? ClickBank, CJ, all that. It's going to grow because the seeds you plant are of your own. It's too many to talk about at one time, but I'm just saying, like, we need structure. We need structure, and we need to learn how to do step by step and quit skipping steps. You can't skip the steps and think you're going to make what somebody else is making. You got to go through every step. If you want what the next person got, you got to be willing to go through what they went through to get it. So that means you can't jump. You can't compare your level 1 with somebody else's level 10. Somebody else been doing it for 20 years. You just started yesterday. You can't get their results. They can save you some time and help you get there faster if you invest. But guess what? You ain't finna get it. You don't owe them nothing for free. I don't owe nobody nothing for free. So also, there's one last thing. If you're a business owner, this is the last thing I'm gonna tell you. This is the last thing I'm gonna tell you. If you're a business owner, your prices, bring them up. Stop being the cheapest, trying to be cheap to get more, trying to be cheap to get more. Stop that. Stop that. You know why? Because when you cheaper, that old cheap mess, when you cheap like that, whatever the cheap, like $50, $100 or whatever the cheap is to you. If you cheap, I'll say like $50 or something like that. If you cheap like that, when people invest in it, they'll say something like, I supported you. See, now I don't need no supporters. I don't need supporters. I got supporters. You know what I mean? When you invest, you want something. When you invest that $500 or you invest that $1,000, it's because you needed something from the program. You needed something that you were trying to get. Ain't no I supported you at that point. When I pull out 500, ain't no I support. So you eliminate all them mentalities of people who feel like they're doing you a favor when they buying from you because your price is too cheap. When your price is too cheap, people feel like they doing a favor by doing something with you because your price is too cheap. When your price is a price right,